evening, everyone. It is Sunday, and today I'm just going to be demonstrating how you can use one sheet of 12 by 12 Christmas card paper to make more than one card. And of course, we will see how many cards you can actually get out of it in the first place. So last week I did touch on and show you and flip through a couple of paper pads that I did have, Christmas paper pads, and this is one of them. This is one of my most loved ones. However, I decided to use this print here to show you how many cards you can get out of just the one sheet and ways that you can make simple cards with the one sheet without, being too complicated but still coming out pretty good. So if you do like this video, again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, if you have any questions or you would like to see future videos on what I come up with as far as Christmas cards or any other card, by all means click on the bell, and that you will not miss any of my future videos. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, now just to recap really quickly, so you have a paper pad, right? And then you have all of these bold prints, things like that, and you're wondering, well, sometimes you may wonder how you are going to interchange them. What can you do, to have just nice Christmas cards. Today I'm going to focus on doing simple Christmas cards. I don't want to go into mixing and matching in those, but we're going to stick with simple. And again, we're going to be using this pattern here. I only had one sheet left, which I did cut down, and I will show you how many cards I'm able to make out of it. So just hang in there with me, and let's go ahead and get started. So let's see. I had the one sheet. So here is one card. Here is two. Here is 3, here is 4, and here is number 5. So technically, out of a 12 by 12 sheet, you should be able to get at least 5 cards or more. It just depends on what sort of design or how you want to decorate it. Okay, so the first card, I haven't actually completed it, but I just wanted to show you, just very simple. I used all of my cards have white backgrounds and bases, and if you look clearly, I don't know if you can see, I have some gems there, which is pretty much what I'm going to be adding really to this card, and keeping it very simple. And of course, as far as my sentiment, I'm going to be just using a piece of like paper like this here with my sentiment this way or across. It just depends on, what I'm trying to achieve. But if you just want a simple card without too much of anything going on, that would be one option. Now, this is just an example, okay? Now, I have another option here, option number 2. It is the same sheet like I mentioned. The only difference is I did cut it in 2 pieces. It's not necessarily halved, but just cut in 2 pieces. If you want to be more accurate, then you want to measure it and make sure it is, half exactly. It's entirely up to you. But for me, I make the cards and I just have fun with them. So the other option is we can just have the cards like this. Now, let me just okay, so let me redo this because you want the patterns to match, okay? So when I cut the card, if you notice there is this little piece here, I need to be able to make sure that it matches the bottom piece. So if you see, this is where I cut it apart, and now I'm going to pull it apart, and then I can go ahead and stick the two like this. And then if I would like, maybe I can put a circular piece on here, like a white with a black background. And let me see if I can use other colors to show you what I mean. I have some circles in here. Let's see if that's going to help. Because like me, if you're a visual learner, it's helpful when you can see. Now, these have patterns on them, but I'm just going to use this just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So say you have this, half, like so, and it's not I'm not trying to stick anything. I'm just showing you how you can use the same paper. You can just put a piece in the center like this with your sentiment on it, but instead of you can have like a piece of black underneath this if you want, just to spruce it up. That's what I call it. Spruce it up a little bit, and here you have another card. Your sentiment will be on here. Merry Christmas. Simple. So that's another option. It's the same paper but a different style. Oh, also, you can, if you don't want to do this, or you could also use a bit of a red border for the for this here. So you kind of just want to leave just a small border around the edge of the paper, and then you can go ahead and stick on here, like with the other piece. That's another option. So you have these two pieces with red edging, and then of course you have them still matching on the edge here. So you have two pieces, and then you can still go ahead and put your piece in the middle however you want. So that's another option. Then you have the option where if you just want to have it just like this. Okay, so these are all options. This with a red border. So say this is your red border right in the center here. You can stamp your sentiment up here or on the bottom down here, Merry Christmas, whatever it is. That's another option. So again, this is more than 5 cards. If you want to really make a set of them, you could get quite a few cards from just one sheet. So let's look at another example. So we did one, you could just add gems and sentiment. This one, you can cut it in 2 pieces. You can put a border around each piece, separate them, put a circle in the middle with your sentiment. It just depends on what you want, but that's 2 options. I do have another option here where I actually did cut the same piece as triangles. Okay, now you have again another option. You can just simply have this on one side, your sentiments here, and boom, that's it. You don't have to do anything else to this card. Very simple. And that's what I like the pattern paper for, because you don't have to do too much to have a lovely card. Now this is just one side. Now if you still want to use the other side, you can take the other side and you can still put it up in the corner like this. Now I'm referring to just using the single sheet to make cards. This is not mixing or matching the paper pad sheets. It's just using the one sheet, and other things you can do. Now you can have it like this, and if you have any little Christmassy thing like I have this, what I can do is I can either use foam squares, and of course I can also do this. I can, if I want to just set a little something different, put the red ribbon in, make a bow, and just have it right on the top here like this. Okay, so you'll have these two separate, then this one, and then have this in the middle however you want it, and then that's fine. If you want to use black and white, it's up to you. You can also put a white border around this circle, or maybe a red or a green, or something to just offset the black and white. Or again, you can just use one triangle this way. You could use this one this way. It just depends on your card. Mine is a flip up. Okay, so I could do that too. So it's really entirely up to you. So this is another way that you can cut your piece in order to have a different card. Or if you don't want to go through all of that, just keep it simple. See, that's it. You don't have to do much. Sentiment here. If you want to put, say, still want to have a bow in here, just tie a nice little bow up here, a red bow, green bow, whatever you want. Also, if you want to just add, I don't know, maybe a gem here, or you could use gems and just have fun with it. Or I did have some of those, but these are kind of very white, so that mightn't work. But anyway, the whole idea is, just if you just want a few cards that are simple and you want to just send out to friends and family, or just just want to send out Christmas cards, that's one of the ways you can do it. Just get yourself a pack of you could do white, which is okay for a base color. All you could get those at Michael's. These are the cardstock 110. That's the one I like to use. 110 pound. Cut them in half, depending on what you want. If you want them, you want a flip up card, you will cut the sheet lengthwise. If you want diagonal, basically you cut it half in half. So you will have, let me see, you will have this, the open side open. So it just depends on which way you want the card. Okay, so this is one option again. So now we may have at least, let me see, 6 cards already just with the one paper, right? Let's look at another option. We have this again, same thing. You can do one of two things. You can either cut them in strips, okay, set just little spacing between them, and in that way you have as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and demonstrate that. I'm going to use my cutter right now so you can see exactly what I'm referring to. All right, so let me go ahead. This is 4 inches here by 5.5 this way. Sorry, 5.25 this way. So this is what I'm going to do. So let us do about, I'm going to do 1.5. Let's do another 1.5. Okay, so let's say that we have those. Now again, it is the same piece or sheet of paper. I'm just showing you ways you can switch up cards so it doesn't all look alike. Now I just cut them right in 3 strips. Now I want to still use them, but I want to make sure the way I cut them, they are still lining up. So if you notice, I have to make sure this lines up so I still have the complete what you call snowflake. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to set one. I'm going to bring it as close as possible. I am going to get, let's see, where is it? There, right. I'm going to get the other piece, and then I'm going to make sure, let me see, I think it's this way. Or is it? Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's see, that's what happens when you cut it. You have to make sure you find the pattern. Let me see. I don't think that's it actually. Nope, I don't think that's it. Let me see. Let's see. Yep, that's the problem. When you try to get the pieces to match, you have to make sure this one definitely does match because of this. This belongs to this right here. Or does it? No, maybe not. Let's try this. Yeah, I just messed it up, guys. I just messed it up. No, that's not gonna work. Let's try this. Let's try using this piece here. But this is basically the, oh yeah, that's it. Okay, I found it. Okay, so this is the correct setup for this. Okay, so here we have the edge. This is matching, if you can see here. And then we do, I think it's this way. Nope, this way. For some reason, my sheet doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, but you get the basic idea, okay? So you can still have the same sheets, but you can have just a tiny space in between them just to add a little difference. You could do that, or you could just simply put piece of, let's say 2 pieces, one here, one down here, but again, you want to make sure they match. Okay, so these are matching pieces. You can just have these two, just cut off the extra, and then you have another card. Your sentiment is in the middle. Okay, so that's another option. Now, of course, if you have ribbon or if you have anything you want to add, you want to put in, you can do that too. Now I have maybe a green there. I'm just going to show you something here. I could just have this apart like that. And if I want to just have a, just have a dare in the middle, or maybe to the lower corner or somewhere where it looks, it doesn't look too bad. I have a gold one too, just a little baby. You can put it on foam squares or something to give dimension. That's another way. So it's just a matter of playing with the pieces, just to see how you can have it arranged. And then the last one I have here, again, I still have it as a full square, okay? But if you would like and you have any other die cuts, you can change the shape. If you can maybe cut it as a diamond and just stick it in the middle of the paper. You could do a square and cut it just smaller. You could do maybe various circle sizes, maybe a bigger circle with a other scallop circle. And again, if you don't have die cuts, you can use, the things around the house, like let's see, okay, like here there is an example. I mean, I just happen to have that, but any round surface, just do it like that, trace around it on the back side like that. Okay, trace around it and then cut it, and then you have a circle. And the other thing you can do is you can cut out a circle from this, put it here, so you have the center empty. And then you could that one is a little tricky though, but you could have the center empty, and then you could put your sentiment in the middle. Or if you have maybe like, I don't know, something like a flower or something, a Christmas flower, you can put in the middle. It just depends. Or even just gems, you can put a gem in the middle, and of course just make it look nice. The other thing you can do is you could do, say, like, you could keep it like this, and maybe you could just like get, say, black and red ribbon, if in case you do have that. I'm just saying, these are just, but I mean, you'll do it better than this. I'm just saying, I'm just showing you. You could have this like that, stick it on here, just as just an example. But there's just little things you can do. Just use accessories, just like putting on your clothes. You want to put things to accessorize. You want earrings, you want I don't know, a purse, shoes, whatever it may be. Just look at the card, a simple card like this, as if you want to just accessorize and make use of things you have around that you're not using. Any scraps, any circle pieces, anything that you have that you can use that would look okay, like look good to you, of course, but doesn't look outrageous at the same time. Although some people may like outrageous, that's fine too, because everybody has their likes and dislikes. You could always do simple things. I mean, it's just playing around with stuff. So there is one more thing here. Like, I have this as well. I mean, this is just like it was a tag that I just kind of fussy cut around. It's Christmassy. It's entirely up to you. If you don't want to use this, then just simply use a green, like, let me show you. You can have, just pretend this is your first card layer. Okay, you could maybe use a red or a green to match and stick it in the middle. Bam, there you go. So a Christmas card does not have to have a whole bunch of stuff to look good. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer them. But I mean, there is just so much stuff you can use to enhance your cards. A piece of ribbon. Oh, I can keep going. A simple piece of ribbon, because you can take the same card. Look, just a simple piece of ribbon. It could be on the bottom, it could be in the middle, okay? Or it can be across the card. Just like that. And look at this. It's already done something to the card. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your time. And if you do have any questions, again, please feel free to reach out. But if you do enjoy this video, again, give it a thumbs up. And next week I will be actually using more than one of the sheets in the Christmas paper pad, so you can see how I match them in order to create a card. Do have a blessed and safe week, and we shall meet again next Sunday. Bye bye.